Hello and welcome to Awaken, a space where truth is not only allowed, it is honored. My name is Zainab Hamid, and I created this podcast to bring voice to the parts of us that have long been silenced. The parts that question, feel deeply, and desire something more meaningful from life. Awaken is not just about conversations, it's about transformation. It's about peeling back the layers of who we thought we had to be so that we can remember who we really are. This is a space for the seekers, the empaths, the ones who have carried pain and turned it into wisdom. This is for those who are ready to stop running from themselves and instead begin the sacred journey of coming home to who they've always been. Here, we do not shy away from the raw, the real, or the rare. We lean into it. We explore the intersections of spirituality, self awareness, healing, and the lessons that life so often whispers to us, if only we would listen. Each episode is an invitation to pause, reflect, and awaken something new within yourself. I believe that healing is not a destination, it is a process, a practice, a way of being. It's about learning to see the beauty in the breakdowns, the power in the pauses, and the wisdom in the wounds. It's about realizing that even in your darkest moments, light is present, waiting for us to notice. Through heartfelt stories, honest reflections, and conversations that reach beyond the surface, Awaken will guide you into a deeper connection with yourself and the world around you. I hope that you listen. You feel seen, you feel understood, and you feel reminded that you are never alone on this journey. This is not about perfection. It is about presence, not about answers, but about asking better questions, and not about doing more, but about finally allowing yourself to be. So take a deep breath, settle in, and let's walk this path together. This is Awaken, where the journey inward becomes the bridge to everything you've been searching for outward. So she's back. I'm so sorry I took a long time coming back here. It has been in a part of my introduction, I said knowing when to pause. And that's something really important to know when to pause and reflect, to know when to pause and take a break, to know when to pause and just try to understand how you feel about certain things. And to say the pressure is real is really an understatement, but the assignment is understood, if that makes sense. And it does make sense. So the assignment is understood. And the pause was very much needed on my end. I just found myself really trying to understand where I wanted to go when it comes to certain aspects in my life. And I think I'm trying to think of the best way to put this. The best way to put this is the pressure is real and I can handle it. I'm capable of it. I've shown that I'm capable of it. I have so many ideas and so many things that I want to work on and so many things that I want to work on myself and grow and be stronger and more resilient and all of these things. I feel like being able to consume to being able to really understand my emotions was life changing. The capacity I'm able to hold is one that I never thought I would reach. And that's because I learned to take that pause. I learned to not apologize for taking the pause as well. I learned that the pause is necessary. The pause is needed. And the pause is our right to recuperate, to recalibrate, I like to say. Not that we're robots or anything like that, because we're not. We are human beings with feelings and with emotions and with all these things. And I think I was just trying to understand the assignment, and now I understand it. So it's like, okay, where do I go from here? How do I move forward in it? Those were all things that I had to discover on my own, and I did. And I'm trying to keep going and keep pushing forward. And I guess the pressure is real when it comes to wanting to make your dreams come true and working towards making those dreams come true is one that I had to learn along the way, right? Because the example was not present. So it was an example I had to create for myself. It's like, where do I go? How do I do this? Who do I talk to? How do I do this? How do I do that? Just learning along the way of trying to make your dreams come true. And there's so many amazing people that I've studied, and so many brilliant people that have crossed my path and come on my screen and took time out of my day to teach me and to help me understand and to help me educate me. And I chose to take that knowledge and fly with it, and really fly with it, and incorporate it into my daily routines. And I'm just a little bit of everyone. I'm a little bit of all of my mentors. I'm a little bit of all the people that I admire. And it's been a journey. It's been an admirable journey. It's been a journey of strength and really proving that to myself more than anyone else. It's like proving it to me that I can do it. Um, and there was a time that I didn't think I could. I thought I needed somebody here to help me. I thought I needed, you know, I don't know what I thought I needed. And I think I just needed me back. I needed my mind back. I needed my heart back. I needed myself back. And I didn't even know what that meant, to really go on a journey of self-discovery. Not really self-discovery, but because I've always been there, but to remember who I am, to remember what I'm here for, and what I need to do, and what I need to do to move forward, and what I need to do to grow. It was, it, I don't know how to explain my journey other than it's, it's painful. It was painful at moments. And that's where my resilience grew, is like, I'm in pain. And I would say that to myself. I'm like, oh my God, I'm in so much pain, but I have so much to do and I can't stop. Right. So you got to keep going, keep going. And that's where my resilience grew. But at a certain point, was it really resilience or was it suppression? And that was the awakening that had to happen within me. It's like, I described my suppression and I described it as resilience, when in actuality I wasn't feeling my pain. And don't get those things mistaken, because I got them mistaken. And I'm somebody who's very self aware, and I got those mistaken. Like, okay, that's why the pause was needed. The pause was needed for me to feel. The pause was needed for me to feel what was happening in the moment, how to gain the confidence to keep going with all the pressure and all of the beautiful people who I admire and who are a part of my story, and who help me grow and help me understand. You all know who you are, and it's pretty obvious who you are. And I'm gonna keep going, and I'm not suppressing anything on the way. Does that make sense? I'm My suppression is gone. Like, I'm not suppressing anything anymore. I'm feeling everything I need to feel, because I had that awakening of, okay, I'm not being resilient in this moment. I'm suppressing how I'm feeling, and I'm still working. And so true resilience is feeling the pain, but also you keep going. That's what resilient to be resilient is. It's like, okay, I'm not myself right, or I'm in pain right now. I'm going through something, but I have to keep going. I have to keep working. I have to keep pushing through. I have to keep pushing towards my goals. And even when, finances are in the way, and struggles are in the way, and emotions are in the way, and all of these things, and pushing through and being like, still going to reach this goal for today, because that's the goal that I set for today, is resilience. It's not suppression, because I took that. Listen, I cry, I get angry, and I laugh at almost every single day of my life. Okay. There's those three things happen every single day of my life. It's just like, that's learning not to suppress anything. So, um yeah, I don't know. I think there's so many things that I have questions about, and I have curious to know. Of course, I'm curious. I'm curious. I'm curious to understand, when it comes to me too. When it comes to understanding myself in certain areas, or when it comes to understanding um, anything. I wrote so many things that I would like to share. I'm just pulling it up here. I don't think I'm going to share that. I think I'm just going to keep talking. So, there's so many things that come into building something from scratch, and building a dream from scratch. And we make plans, and we make, these goals, and we make everything along the way. And sometimes I'm somebody that, if my plan doesn't go through, I feel like I failed. Or if there's some kind of a brick in the road, I'm like, I have to analyze that brick, instead of just keep pushing forward. And that's something that I had to learn, that in business you can't really stop. The brick in the road is, you acknowledge it, but you have to keep going. And I'm someone who analyzes it. It's hard for me to keep going when I see that crack in the sand, or the crack in the road, or whatever you want to call it, whatever analogy you want to use there. But what I learned from opening a business and all this stuff is that you have to always trust yourself. Trust yourself that no matter what brick comes forward, that you're going to be able to push through, and you're going to be able to overcome that brick. And that's something that I learned. I had to learn the hard way too. And there's something else I saw on social media that was like, don't take, what was it? It was something along the lines of, don't take things personally when it comes to other people. And that's really true. Like, I'm someone who would always take things personally. And sometimes it was personal, but sometimes it wasn't personal. And so, many things might be meant. Um, that was a long pause. That was a long pause, but it was needed. Um, I think my story is not really a secret anymore. And it's really, it's really something I had to grow to be proud of. I had to grow into that feeling of being proud of what the decisions that I've made, even if some of them were mistakes. And as you go grow through that, and you grow through, okay, understanding certain aspects of your life, and understanding certain scenarios that have happened, and what your truth really is, and what you want to stand by, and what you want to learn from, right? Because if you make a mistake and you don't acknowledge it's a mistake, you could never learn from that mistake. And so I acknowledged my mistakes, and I felt the pain of those mistakes, and I felt the consequences of those mistakes. And many of those consequences were um, because I didn't trust myself, or because I was unable to trust myself in certain, because I made, I don't want to say trust myself, But I'm not sure where I want to what I want to say there. But there's certain aspects that I had to understand that were a necessity for them to happen for me to be the person that I am today. Like if I love who I am today, I have to love every part of who I was. And that's something I had to grow into too. So there was a lot of growth when it comes to my story. I don't look like what I've been through, but that is something. I don't even know where to start when it comes to my story because I did promise that I was going to say it, talk about it. And my story is one that comes from a lot of pain and a lot of, I know I said that before, but, and I wanted to come on here not to talk about, I haven't been shy in saying what I went through because we all know what I went through. I've said it over and over again, and I'm comfortable saying it now. It's like it's a hurdle that was not much of a hurdle, but a freaking mountain. It was like, it was not like something, you can just jump off from. No, it was something I had to climb. I had to crawl through. I had to pick myself back up. I had my own road to climb in that, to drive on, and to there was many instances where I tripped and fell all the way back down and had to claw my way back up. And it's a story that wasn't just one climb. It was many climbs, many trips, trickles, many crippling moments, many moments of despair. And you know I heard something today that said the bottom of any mountain, or I'm sorry, the top of any mountain is only the bottom of the next mountain, or something along those lines. And it really is like that. Life is like that. That's life. Life is like, you have to accept life for what it is. It's not meant to be easy every day, and it's never going to be easy every day. There's always going to be hurdles. Did I have a lot of things that happened to me that probably most people wouldn't be able to handle? Absolutely. I could say that. I could say that with wholeheartedly. There was a lot of things that, but I wouldn't be who I am today if I didn't go through those things. I wouldn't be the person I am today. And I wouldn't still have that kindness. I don't have the bitterness of what most people think. That's why I don't look like what I went through, because I don't have that bitterness towards people. I have that compassion towards people where it's like, I want to be the person that is, I want to be the person that I needed. You know what I'm saying? And something like that. So this episode was mostly for just coming back. And I want to, my days have been full of work and growth and teaching and learning and a lot of other things. And so these episodes, I probably will try to do one every couple days. But for some reason, this one was just like very heart wrenching. I don't know how else. Not heart wrenching, but kind of, I don't know. I just want, I don't think I want anything really. I just want, um, I think for some reason, I feel like, a lot of pauses today. This is the episode of the pause, I guess. I just feel like a lot of, and I'm really honest when it comes to how I feel about certain things, and I just feel like the pressure is real, and it's overwhelming to say the least. But at the same time, I'm capable of holding it. Hopefully, God willing, if God allows me to have the capability of doing it, I'm ready for it. And I just feel like my struggles were never for nothing. And what I learned through those are very important lessons that probably most people have yet to understand. And one of the biggest lessons was how to understand my emotions and how to understand my pain and how to feel that and sit with it. And that was the biggest lesson of them all. The biggest was to actually feel and understand what you're going through. Um, the motivation that you need, it all comes from who you like from yourself. And I never I just want to leave you guys there and say you are your own motivation and to keep going and to keep moving forward, and to take the pause that you need if you need one, and take a break if you need one. And if you feel the pressure of life, just understand it's just for a little while. It's not forever. Because you're gonna overcome this, and then there's gonna be something else that you're gonna have to overcome as well. Because that's life. It really is. And that's where the resilience is built. It's like you understand, okay, this is a hard time right now. What can I do to get myself out of here? And I think that's the lesson. That's the assignment, is to get myself out of here, right? That's the assignment. Um, and I will, right? Hopefully, hopefully, hopefully. Well, I'll leave you guys with that, and I will talk to you all until next time. Have a balanced day.